name is Nikki Evans. I'm just graduating from UT Tyler with a math major and a music minor. Some of you might think that's an interesting combination. As mathematicians, we tend to believe that we aren't creative, that math and art are completely different, that they somehow use different halves of our brains. But what if that's not true? What if they're not as different as we think? Or if they could go hand in hand? What if we could use math to create art, or even to create music? Part of math is group theory, where we discuss groups, which are basically just ways to look at different symmetries. For our purposes, that's all we really care about. But there's this group called the PLR Group. In music, we have different triads. That's a collection of 3 notes, and they can be major, like this, or minor, like this. Well, the PLR group can map major and minor chords to each other. So P is for the parallel major or minor. So that would be like what I just did. If I take a C major triad, I'm only changing this middle note. I'll change an E to an E flat, and now we have C minor. So it'll map a major chord to a minor chord, C major, C minor. It goes back and forth between those. L stands for leading tone. So if I start with the same C major chord, I can change this C to the one right next to it. That'll be a B. I now have E, G, B, which in music is an E minor chord. So that's L. And then R is the last operation in our PLR group. That is the relative major or minor. So I'll start with the same C major chord again. This time I'm going to change the top note. So I will end up with, I have A, C, and E. That is an A minor chord. So that is pretty much how the PLR group works. But we're trying to find out what happens if we're using math to make music, right? So I wrote a little piece just for this, just using only the PLR group to get from one chord to the next. So here's what the PLR group sounds like. And now we have used math, and only math, to create music, which I think is pretty cool.